And I've heard people on TikTok and other people sharing about this because it's happened to them also. They can build a very good channel, put some very good truth, real quality information that people really like and really get, and then you log in and your account has been suspended, burnt down. And people have put a lot of work and effort into building a very successful channel, and it's just gone in a blink, in a moment of an eye. Like I say, last week I uploaded one video of a red Porsche to my Johnny Max YouTube channel. When I logged in, my Johnny Max YouTube channel had been burned down, a very big YouTube channel. They had no warnings or strikes. Then I logged into two other Johnny Botwright YouTube channels. They had also been burnt down too, over 1,500 videos just gone in a blink, in a moment of an eye, full of the truth, the proof, the evidence and the facts. Freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice, peaceful protest of innocence. Exposing a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. And a precision engineered black box serial killer frame FIX Assassination, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. Sealed with 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses, not even Harry Houdini could escape from. I say east-west is certainly on a big collision course with deadly consequences. X marks the spot. So the same could happen again. I could just upload this video to YouTube and my remaining YouTube videos could be burned down. I did have reserved videos. That's 7 YouTube channels burned down now. Again, just for telling the truth, a true story. The truth, the proof, the evidence and the facts. Freedom of speech and expression. Freedom of choice. Peaceful protest of innocence. Which certainly does not violate anybody's community standards. We all know who's committing the real high crimes and violations, and that's certainly not me. And the same has happened on TikTok. I've had some very good channels on TikTok, videos going viral, and then I've logged in 66.8 million views on TikTok, 27 TikTok accounts burnt down. So, saying a 22-year catch-22, complete abuse of power, position, authority and influence in public office. You know, I did make a record, did record things as they happened and for everyone to see, and as the story evolved and as my understanding grew and the revelation and the insights God-given, and I shared that online, going back several years, but now I've only got videos probably going back 1 year and only a few videos, all the evidence and proof and truth and facts before that. The corrupt powers to be have made sure that my social media accounts were burned down. So it was a bit of a tough call when the powers to be, all in positions of power, authority and influence, and they are the ones setting you up. And when you expose the truth, then they have your social media accounts burned down because you're exposing their high crimes, blue murder, frames and fixes switches, monster lies and bogus diagnoses, and certainly not mine. So I could upload this video, for instance, to YouTube and then log on and my remaining YouTube channels have been burned down. Could upload it to TikTok and then I can log on to TikTok and the 28th TikTok account has been suspended and burnt down. There are certainly those who do not want you to know or see the truth that will set and make you free. Facebook can put on Facebook, but on big tech social media you certainly will be banned, blocked, deleted, punished, blacklisted, shadow banned. They'll make sure that no one sees anything that you post, or very few people will see. You'll certainly be shadow banned on big tech social media for telling the truth, freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice, peaceful protest of innocence. And exposing the truth certainly will make you an enemy of the crown, enemy of the state, and the truth is the moral enemy of the state. So, social media, can you clear your name on social media? Can you put the truth on social media? I have been pretty relentless and have run multiple channels. I have got the truth out there for the world to see free if you Google Johnny Botwright. So it has been an interesting journey, experiment, what happens when you tell the truth online. And 77 social media accounts burnt down for telling the truth and exposing high crimes, blue murder, monster lies, frames and fixes switches, and certainly not mine. So 77 social media accounts burnt down, 16 Facebook accounts, 16 LinkedIn accounts, 27 TikTok accounts, 7 YouTube channels, 7 Amazon KDP Kindle accounts, because when social media kept burning down my social media accounts, I thought, right, well, I'll put the story on Amazon Kindle, which never about money. Kindle books can be read and shared for free on Amazon Kindle Unlimited. I had some very good Amazon KDP Kindle accounts, lots of shares and reads, but then Amazon burned down my KDP Kindle accounts when Prince Harry's book Spare became the #1 bestseller on Amazon. Can have my little KDP Kindle book exposing a high royal blue crime, Spare murder, and certainly not mine. So Amazon burned down, say, all my KDP Kindle accounts, and some of them were very well established over 3 years. And then 2X accounts also suspended, burnt down recently. 1 Getra account, 1 Instagram account, but it is 77 social media accounts burnt down just for telling the truth. Again, a high royal blue crime, blue murder, certainly not mine. And exposing a precision engineered black box serial killer frame FIX Assassination, Africa, Norwich and Sandringham. As always, sealed with 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses, not even Harry Houdini could escape from. In a 22-year catch-22, complete abuse of power, position, authority and influence in public office. So the corrupt powers to be will certainly set you up with the biggest monster lies and the biggest Dr. Death SS, silver bullet whom kits and bogus diagnoses that they want everyone to believe are true, to get you boxed up, locked up or done in, disappeared one way or another. But again, it's all to cover up their high crimes, blue murder, and certainly not mine. So the truth is out there, some hairs running over there. And sometimes innocent men do have to run, you do have to fly, go, disappear. They might start boxing each other in a minute. Did get a couple of hares last week having a nice box in a field. So sometimes innocent men do have to run. They will make more than your social media accounts disappear for exposing the truth that the corrupt powers to be do not want you to see and do not want you to know. So you do have to run, fly, go, disappear, follow your golden compass. So, as always, plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates, and certainly not mine. So if you Google Johnny Botwright, it's all online for the world to see free, never about money, the truth versus a monster lie, 2 parallel stories, Africa, Norwich and Sandringham. One is true. So there's 2 parallel paths there, one going off there and one. So there are 2 parallel stories. One is true and one is a monster lie. And I have the truth. Guess who has the big monster lie they want everyone to believe is true? And it's also a bit of a V. Yeah, it's a good watch. V for Vendetta. Again, don't get mad, get even. Likewise, in the past, I never had £21,000 to clear my name, not suing anyone, just to clear my name. That wasn't a financial option, so you could put the truth online for everyone to see free and expose the high crimes, the blue murder and the monster lies, the frames and fixes, switches. Something very bad really is going on. But then again, the corrupt powers to be and the goons on big tech social media. We've seen the big collaboration over the last 4 or 5 years between the corrupt powers to be and the goons on big tech social media, ban and blocking the truth and everyone's freedom of speech. But the truth is coming out now on many platforms. The high crimes and the monster lies are all being exposed. But no accountability from those who committed the high crimes and the monster lies. Every Nuremberg code broken. One big satanic agenda in play. So, as always, as the Lord Jesus Christ Joshua tells us, we can know the truth and the truth will set and make us free. That is why they are so intent in banning and blocking the truth and everyone's freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice. And everyone has to comply, conform, consent, obey and confess their monster lies are true, and anyone who will not comply, conform, consent, obey and confess their monster lies are true, they certainly will fix you. Again, they'll make more than your social media accounts disappear for exposing the truth. So, never a bad thing to mock the opposition, never a bad thing to pin a precision engineered black box serial killer frame FIX assassination. Never a bad thing to shine the light in the darkness that some people do not want you to see or do not want you to know. So, certainly is the one. But like I say, you cannot put a price on freedom, freedom to travel and roam, freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice.